Hi, I am Mark and this is Game Dev's Journey. So in this tutorial I will guide you step by step how to create a fantastic sliding door in Unreal Engine 5, okay? So let's get started. Okay, we are in the editor, so let's start. Okay, we must create a blueprint, okay? Because we want to create some blueprints and some iteration. We create a new folder, call it whatever you want, I call it blueprints, and in this folder I will add a blueprint class, in particular actor. I will call it BP sliding door, okay, and double click, and we have it, we have a sliding door, okay? In the viewport we add two things, we have to add two things. The first thing we want to add is our door, okay? The our door, in my case I choose a simple cube, and I will scale it a little bit. I think I choose 2 in the theta axis, and okay, a little bit, okay, so this is, I think it's good, maybe yes, okay, good. And we have also a collision. You can choose box collision, capsule collision, or sphere collision is the same. So I scale it a little bit. Okay. Okay, and we have it. We have box and cube. Maybe I call it trigger. Okay, it's better. And in this menu, we must choose in this collision presets. I will choose not overlap all dynamic, but overlap only pawn. Why this? Because in this case we want only that the player start overlap with the trigger, okay? Not other mesh, not other objects, only the pawn, only our character, okay? And for this event, I choose on component begin overlap, of course. So when the player start overlap with the box, with the trigger, okay, the trigger execute these blueprints that we create, okay? So we we must have a timeline because we want a smoothly animation. And timeline is perfect for this because we can add float track. In left, we can set up our length. I choose one because it's about 1 seconds. And we want to set up a start key with time 0 and value 0. And another key that time 1 and value 1. Okay? Oh, sorry. Okay. And this is it. This is our timeline. And of course, you can modify the key interpolation. I choose linear because in this case I don't want a special effect or particular effect, okay? But you can choose constant, break, user, auto, and other type of interpolation. Okay, we have our timeline, and we want to set up the relative location of the cube every time the timeline is updated, okay? So set relative location of cube, and this is it. Every frame, the timeline update the relative location. The amount of relative location that we set up is controlled with this, okay, this new track 0. We must multiply it with a number that we decide. So we have a value between 0 and 1, and this value we must multiply it for a number. That number is the maximum of the move that we want that the cube makes. So if we want that the door sliding about 100, okay, so it's here, and it's here. We set up this number like 100. If you want to choose another, I don't know, 200 or whatever you want, of course you can, or you can do whatever you want. This is only an explaining tutorial, okay? We must split the new location in this structure. So we have the x-axis, epsilon axis, and z-axis, and this value go to location x. Okay, so we move the door only in the x-axis, not epsilon axis, not z-axis. So I choose a set relative location and not world location. Relative location is the location of the object in the blueprint. So if I rotate the blueprint in the level, this not change. But if you choose world location and you rotate the object in the level, x-axis of the level is not the same of the object. Okay, if you rotate, x-axis is the same, but the x-axis of the object is not the same. Okay, and this is important. Okay, so now we can test it a little bit. We can rotate it because we set relative location, and we place it in the world. Okay, so this is the door. Maybe I move. Okay, perfect. So I move and the door is open. But we want that when the player go off the trigger, okay, of course the sliding door must return in the initial position. To do it, take another event of the trigger on component end overlap. And when the component end overlap, when the pawn, our character, stop overlapping with the trigger, with a little delay, I choose 1 second, but of course you can choose whatever you want. Maybe test a little bit. And we want to play the timeline in a reverse mode. The door is open. Okay, I'm here, so the door is not movable. But of course, if I stay here, the door is open. If I go outside, the door is closed. Okay, it's very easy, and yeah, it works. So this is it. We have a sliding door, easy, in Unreal Engine 5 with blueprints, no code. So if you find this tutorial helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more Unreal Engine 5 tutorials. Okay, and let me know in the comments what effect you like next. See you in the next video. Bye bye.